I'm just acting Chicallywood.
How do you deal with the social media criticisms? Meaning somebody see your skit and they're like, that shit wasn't funny.
I just keep it moving. I just keep it moving. You know, I had somebody like real talk. I was sending them like skits and stuff, and then they was just like, man, I'm gonna be honest, it ain't funny, man. I was okay. Well, I know not to send you. I know not to send that to you no more. I mean, because you can't please everybody. You know, you can't please everybody. But my thing is that with me, I don't try to, like, me personally, I don't try to say that to people. Like, if I don't find it appealing or whatever, I'll just probably just keep scrolling. You know, because you'll never know that sometimes that can, like, really hurt somebody or whatever.
Now, would you say, but here's the thing. Now, how does one get better if it's a situation to where you're like, man, I just want to offer some insight? Is it the way you say it?
It's probably the way you say it, but it's probably the way you say it because depending on how it can be received and stuff. But I mean, but that's the whole point. It's like you got to be open to it. You know, and I'm not saying that my feelings have never got hurt from anything because they have. You know, I'm human. It happens. Right. But ultimately, when you sit down, process it, and think about it, you know, then it's like, okay, well, yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people like, I had somebody told me like, man, yo, you know, you a beast at A, B, and C, but you know this, you kind of need a little work in. And I received that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, again, you know, it's coming from a place of love. You know, so it's like you got to be able to receive stuff and to, you know, make yourself better. Because first and foremost, not just for them, but for you. You got to be willing to make yourself better for you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So the constructive criticism is important. You know, whether they like it or they don't, you know, but you just take that and you can work with it. You know what I'm saying? So
how do you make sure that, like, when you're working on set or working with people, how do you make sure that everybody's comfortable? Like, how do you, for example, when you mentioned the fact that you were doing roles where you were like choking people, do you go over it like first and say, hey, I'm gonna approach it like this, or this, that, and the third, or do you do what they call method acting, where you just be like, hey, I'm just gonna choke you, and they ain't gonna tell you, but it's just like, be prepared. I don't know.
Like, sometimes it depends. You know, it depends. But you know, I'm a big advocate for, you know, like trying to make, you know, the people feel comfortable with what I'm doing, especially now that I crossed over into doing my own stuff. It's like, say, like, I give people like free range. I say, hey, if like, for example, okay, if you got a certain thing that you don't want to say in my script, I'm cool with you changing it. You know, but like, as long as the point still come across. Okay. You know, like, as long as you still get to the point that I'm trying for y'all to get to, so the audience can understand and see what's happening. You can change a few words. I have no problem with that. Throw in some ad-libs, throw in some improv. I love improv. You know what I'm saying? So as long as it's not deteriorating from the, you know, the whole point of what I'm trying to do, or what the scene is about, or what the film is about, you know, that's cool. So, and, you know, people respect that. You know, and plus too, I respect, you know, people coming up to me and asking, you know, like, hey, well, you mind if I you know, I can't really see myself saying this, so you mind if I change it or whatever? And I was, you know, yeah, that's cool. You know, then I said, okay, well, what you thinking about changing it to? All right, they can go, okay, well, how about this? Add this to it. You know, because now you just gave me an idea that I didn't even think about it first when I wrote it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's always, you know, about working, because you never know. Sometimes you're like, dang, you know what? I ain't even see that like that. You're right. Yeah, let's play with it. Let's see how it come out.
So it's almost circling right back around to, we need to work together, because the idea is sparked. And, you know, sometimes I get people that come to me when I wrote a script and they like, well, Blaze, can I do it like this and that and the third? And I'm like, well, first, give me what I need first, and then we can go back and do what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because, I might be able to see differently from your perspective. You know what I'm saying? But at least give me the options. Give me both options. I want what I got on that paper. And then if we got time, then we can go back and basically say, let's see what you were talking about. Because I get it. You know, a lot of times people feel like when you're working with actors, you are using their brand. You know, so they have a certain way how they are going to do stuff. Like, for example, I know for a fact if I'm going to write a comedy, I'm going to go get Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? That'd be my first pick. If I'm gonna do a super duper action thriller, I'm not gonna basically get Kevin Hart because that's not his brand. I know he could probably do it,
right?
But that's not his brand. I'll probably go get somebody like what's the guy named that damn, I can't think of his name. I just saw him on a Netflix show.
Out now or?
He was on Lost. His name is Harold.
I can't pronounce his name, but yeah,
almost there.
Yeah.
Because he's in a show called From, and
I haven't watched that yet.
From is so amazing, man.
Yeah,
and
okay.
It's like the way he's handling the thriller aspect of that. I put it like this. I wish I wrote that. That's how dope it is.
Wow. Okay, I gotta check that out.
Yeah. So
he's a good actor. I like him. He's a good actor.
I would go because I studied his brand. I would definitely put him in those type of roles that lead to where I don't want him over the top like The Rock, where he's fighting people. I want him to kind of have a relatable presence. You know what I'm saying, for the everyday man that's watching this, and it's like, man, throw you in this situation.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So let me pivot. Let me ask you this, man. As far as dealing with this industry, man, it has its ups and downs, man.
Yeah,
how do you deal with it when life is just like not lifing right for you? You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of adversity that happens in your life. How do you still push forward?
Man, that's a dope question, man. It's hard, man. And all I can do is just use myself on an example. It's like, okay, because you know how they say that sometimes, it ain't about the quantity, it's about the quality.
Yeah.
But in a sense, with the acting game, man, it's like certain levels of quantity has something to do with it. And I'll let you know what I'm getting at by saying that. It's deeper than the surface.
Yeah.
So it came a time where I was like working and stuff back to back, like movies and stuff back to back, plays like boom, 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 boom. And then it got to the point where, and I'm not saying this to try to boast or toot my own horn. It got to the point where I can like stuff was coming up. Hey man, I want in. You ain't got an audition. Come on. I've been wanting to work with you. Move off the band forever.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what I'm saying. That's where the quantity comes in, that what I'm getting at, because it's like you working and people see that, and then boom, okay, yeah, come out. No matter if it's good or bad, but you just out there. You out there constantly. But then, like I say, then life, like you say, life get the life in. I had to step away. From for a while, for a long while. And then my job is so hard, and then it's like, I again, just a little sidetrack for a second. I don't know if this stigma is out there about me, but it's something that I'm dealing with internally. And what I'm getting at is that my job is hectic. Like I do a lot of hours, 10 to 12 hours, sometimes a little bit longer. And I can't make stuff like I used to. Like, like going to premieres and stuff like that, or being in projects. And then I hate to be that guy that, Doc or Law, whatever, don't want to come to nothing. He don't come to nothing. He don't support nobody. That's not true at all.
Right.
Like I watch it when I can, and then when I watch it, I'm tagging people. I try to tag everybody that's in it, showing some love. Like, man, I know I'm late to the party, but I finally saw your movie on Tubi or this, that, and the other. Man, because I feel bad that I can't make stuff, but it's not personally. It's just that with my job. And so back to how life be lifing, and then you take that in. So now if I can't go to nothing, I can't really do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Right. So now I'm out of the quantity phase. You know what I'm saying? Because now I can't put out nothing. And then when my daughter passed, I didn't feel like doing nothing at all.
Basically shut down.
You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, again, big ups to Felice who got me out my funk and put me in something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what started getting the ball back rolling. But even then, so now it's like, okay. So then now I say all that to say that now, say you got a project coming up. So now before, like I said, it was like, hey, you ain't got an audition, come on. So now I say, oh man, Blaze, man, can I do this? Okay, well, send me a demo reels. Let me see what you got. And it's like, you're not used to hearing that. You like, whoa. And it's nothing against, because that's what you're supposed to say and,
right.
do whatever. But it's just like, now it's like, then it hits you. Like, man, I really got to work my way up. Back up, which is cool. I have no problem starting from the bottom because I did it before. Yeah. So it's like, and that's what I'm in the process of doing. Like I'm working my way back into things, and then now I'm like, okay, I don't have time to do stuff, but I have time to create my own. Like I say, if the saying that I love, use the opportunity don't present itself, create your own. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, okay, well, I know my job is hectic, but I got these days I can work with. Man, I put it out there. Hey, I got an idea for a film. You know what I'm saying? Then I run it by people. They want to do it, cool. If not, I keep trying until somebody say yeah. And then, you know, I'll put it out there. And that's where I'm at right now.
That's
so I'm
dope.
trying to get back into stuff, you know, and it's just, you know, it's a process. So it's like once you stop being out there, it just seems like it's forever. But at the same time, too, it's a thin line, Blaze, because you don't want to be the guy to you constantly doing stuff in his bag. You get that you don't want to be that person either. So it's like you kind of try to find the happy medium.
Yeah.
You know, what you can do, how you can, you know, pivot through the emotions, man.
Life be lifing. Yeah. You know. So I guess how would you give advice to somebody, you know, tell them like, man, to be, you know, it's okay to take a break. You know, because we live in this industry of you know, if you ain't working, you ain't, you know, like, you know, you take your pain and put it in your work, you know, but we're human, you know, so we have the options and the choices to grieve, to sit, you know what I'm saying? And especially being through what you've been through, I know, you know what I'm saying, somebody, you know, can look up to you and say, man, I was going through that. I went through that hurt. And to see you say, you know what, I want to get back into it. Because some people, they can't bounce back. Yeah. Because of certain things that happen in their life, you know. Yeah. So I commend you on that, you know. So how would you give somebody, just talk to somebody that's just like, yo, I relate to that, you know what I'm saying? Your journey and your past and your struggles. But the thing is, how would you tell somebody like, yo, you can still do it? Like, how would you give them that advice?
Well, I would tell them I'm just acting Chicallywood.